Hello and welcome to part 2 of my brand new tutorial series, How to Make a Cartoon in After Effects. Today we're going to be running through the basics of rigging for beginners, so if you're mentally handicapped or have no hands physically attached to your body, you're going to fit right in. Let's begin, you stinky bunch of geeks. Okay, before we start this next tutorial, we have to layer up the hands. I forgot to do it last time because I have a full-time job, so the only time I actually fit these tutorials in is when I get home at 8 PM. Between that point and having dinner, I basically starve myself to get the tutorial done before I have dinner, and then dinner is like a prize for me, which means I end up making mistakes, like not layering the hands, for instance, in the last tutorial. This is a completely true thing. I just took a shit and then tried washing my hands with toothpaste. That is absolutely true. That just happened to my life. So let's go ahead and fix these hands. Let's zoom in on the hands and basically just delete all of the path points that the hand is part of. Very nice. Let's make it have a round bottom. Okay, so that's left arm bot. And now let's make a hand. Just a simple hand, just for now. As straight as you want. Trying to think of something funny to say right about now. It's, Whoa. How about that Donald Trump, huh? He's a danger to humanity. And leave it with an open top. Make it skin color. There's one hand. Delete the other one. Oh, call it left hand. Put it next to left arm bot, go to right arm bot, delete all of the points. Let's draw the right hand. Oh, it's so rough. Oh, it's rougher than a pig. Rougher than a pig on stilts. Actually, possibly delirious right now. I mean, look at this hand. Is this not the hand that that you go into a psychiatric ward and this is what the guy who's painting in the corner with his piss and blood, this is the hand he draws. Which way round is it? You know? Is this the index finger? Or is this the index finger? Which way is it facing? It doesn't even matter. Right hand. And go put it by right arm bot. Close that layer. Okay, so it's all layered up now, and this tutorial is about the basics of rigging. The first thing I need to explain is anchor points. Now, if we click left arm bot, this is the anchor point of left arm bot. An anchor point is the point at which the layer rotates from. So if I was to click R, the shortcut for rotation, and rotate it, you'll see that the layer rotates around the anchor point. Actually, this left arm is meant to be all the way on top. So highlight left hand, left arm bot, and left arm top, and drag all three of those layers to the top. That'll fix a lot of issues. You can see that it's rotating around this point. Now, luckily, we can change these anchor points using the shortcut Y, and you can drag the anchor point to where you want the layer to rotate from. This is where the left arm bot is meant to rotate from. Obviously. I mean, who doesn't know that your forearm is meant to rotate from the elbow? Who doesn't know that? Perhaps the man with no hands. He's not affiliated officially with the ways of human arms and human hands. I'm still awaiting his response. One day, I await his response. Anyway, so, yes, that's where the left arm bot is meant to rotate from. Now, every layer has its own anchor point. So what we're going to do now is go through every layer and change its anchor point. Left hand is meant to rotate from the top. Let's just check its rotation. See, that doesn't line up properly. So we're going to move it nearer the top so that the lines line up nicely. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe just at the top of it. Yeah, see, that is lining up like I want it to, but maybe if I just change the shape of the left arm bot arm to be a little bit higher. So highlight these three, move them a bit higher. Actually, just move this one a bit higher. Now let's rotate this. Yes, that looks a lot better. Those lines line up a lot better. So if something's not lining up and you think the anchor point is in the right place, just change the shape of whatever it's on top of or underneath. The left arm top needs to rotate from the shoulder. Not the top of the shoulder, but let's say the middle of the shoulder, the center. And it's not going to rotate more than that, so that's going to be fine. Left leg bot. Oh, okay. So as part of this tutorial, we're going to hide the left leg bot and the left foot, and right leg bot and the right foot. We just don't need them for the next 2 tutorials until we get into rigging with rubber hose, which is when we're going to rig and animate the legs. Now, just forget about those 4 layers for now, and let's move on. Okay, let's just move on. Left leg top will rotate from the top of it. Let's check its rotation. Oh, that's very nice. Zoom in a little bit so we can see it better. Yeah, that is glorious. Right leg top will rotate from the top. Very nice. Pupils, let's say the anchor point should be right in the center of them. Features, just anywhere in the center of them. I like to put it right in the center of the face. Head should rotate from the bottom of the head, not from the neck, because the neck is a separate layer. So from the bottom of the head, the neck should rotate from the bottom of the neck, about there. The torso should rotate from the bottom of the torso. The crotch should rotate from around here, just above the bottom of the crotch. Around there and in the center. The right hand should rotate from the top of its layer. That looks pretty nice. The right arm bot needs to rotate from the top of it. Let's solo these 3 layers so I can see the rotation, what that looks like. Oh, that doesn't line up properly. Maybe it's the anchor point is not in the right place. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Right arm top from the center of the shoulder, like that. Fantastic. Everything has its correct anchor point. Now what we're going to do is parent everything in the correct order. So, what is parenting? Well, parenting is basically attaching one piece of something to another. One piece will control the other piece. Just like my parents control me, you know. I don't care if you just cleaned it, Dad. You can't just tell me you just cleaned it and tell me I can't shit in the sink. God, you're so controlling! So, let's use the example of the left hand to the left arm bot. Now, we want the left arm bot, when it rotates, we want it to have the hand attached to it. So we're going to take the left hand, use this thing called a pick whip. You see it says parent right above it. Pick whip the left hand layer to the left arm bot. Now when we rotate the left arm bot, the left hand rotates with it. Now when we want to rotate the left arm top, obviously we're going to parent the left arm bot to the left arm top. So that's a string of parents. You see? You see that works? The left hand is parented to the left arm bot. The left arm bot is parented to the left arm top. Now the left arm top is going to be parented to the torso. So parent it to the torso right there. We're going to highlight the torso because most things are going to be parented to the torso now. Left leg top to the torso. Right leg top to the torso. Pupils we're going to parent to the features so that when we move the features, they move with it. Oh, fantastic. Features are going to be parented to the head, so when we rotate the head, the features are attached. The head will be parented to the neck. Rotate the neck, and it will rotate from its correct anchor point. The neck to the torso, then the torso to the crotch. It's just better control, basically. If the torso is parented to the crotch, then we can move the torso down over the... Oh. We can move the the left leg top and the right leg top need to be parented to the crotch. I was being silly. That was a mistake. So, yeah, the torso needs to be parented to the crotch so that when he's walking along, if we ever want to make the torso go down, we can. Whereas if the crotch was parented to the torso, let's just show you what that will look like. If I wanted to push this t-shirt down to make some sort of impact like he's being squashed, what happens is the crotch moves down, so you'll have to do it another way, but we're going to parent the torso to the crotch. We're also going to change the color of the crotch to, I don't know, something like red, to show that it is in control of everything. Right hand should be parented to the right arm bot. Right arm bot should be parented to the right arm top, and right arm top should be parented to the torso. Now if we rotate the torso, that's nice. You see, that's another reason. If you rotate the torso and the crotch can stay still, it kind of looks like his back is bending. That's nice. That's everything anchor pointed and parented. That is it all rigged. Let's just fix this crotch problem quickly. These lines. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the crotch by clicking Command D. Open up this crotch. Parent this second crotch to the crotch, delete the stroke or hide the stroke so that it's just a brown fill. You'll see that this is now covering part of the stroke from the crotch underneath, so we're going to have to shrink this crotch just a tiny bit. Hit G, hit Path, double click, and just shrink it a little bit, holding down Shift, and then pop it over that. Okay, now that stroke looks good. Now we're going to drag this crotch above the legs. Oh, Now we're going to drag the crotch and the legs below the torso. There we go. So now the legs are placed in between this extra coloured crotch, which looks like this, and the crotch which is underneath it, which looks like this. Now if we move the leg top around, it looks nice. Okay, just one more thing before I go. These hands are actually bothering me a little bit. This is not the way that I would usually draw hands. They'd usually rotate from down here, but for some reason, I don't know why, possibly because I didn't have dinner when I made this, I made them rotate from the wrist. So if you just chop off the top of them and then make them rotate like this. We're going to do the same to the other one. Where is it? Right hand. Just get rid of these two and then move it up. Change it to have an open top. Change the anchor point to be dead in the center of that, and it should rotate nicely around the round bit down, the round wrist. It doesn't really matter, but it's just a little something that bugs me and would have bugged me if I would have uploaded it broken like that. So, Oh. Just like this little black line there. That would have bugged me. Okay, so see you in the next one. Fantastic.